Drop your silver in my tambourine.
There'll be no strings to bind your hand, not if my love.
I think it's so groovy now that people are finally getting to.
Did you know that 1968 brought us some of the strangest, grooviest one-hit wonders? Songs that topped the charts, and then the artists. Well, they vanished into musical history. From a Beatles-inspired parody gone right, or wrong, to a man who literally set his head on fire. These songs may have faded, but they definitely left their mark. Let's take a deep dive into 1968's forgotten gems.
Judy in the sky, well that's what you are.
Number 1. Judy in Disguise with Glasses. John Fred and his Playboy band. In October 1967, John Fred and his Playboy band released Judy in Disguise with Glasses.
Keep on wearing your bracelets, and you knew right.
A song inspired by the Beatles' Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, this track was packed with a playful, catchy melody and quirky lyrics. It tells the story of Judy, a girl who wears glasses, adding a mysterious charm to her character.
A chilly sweet sparrow with guy, Judy in the sky, but that's it.
The song was an instant hit, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in January 1968, and became a staple of the late 60s sound. The song's infectious beat and cheeky lyrics quickly won over audiences, and for a brief moment, John Fred and his Playboy band had the world's attention.
Fire, I take you to burn.
Number 2. Fire, The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. Next, we turn the temperature up. Literally. Fire, by The Crazy World of Arthur Brown is a psychedelic rock classic that made waves in 1968 with its wild energy. Written by Arthur Brown and a few collaborators, the track begins with the now iconic line, "I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire." The song's intense style, combined with Brown's flamboyant stage presence, including the infamous flaming helmet he wore during performances, made it a standout hit.
Fire, to destroy all you've done.
Fire reached number 1 in the UK and Canada, and number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the United States. It was as much about the performance as it was about the music, and Brown's eccentricity was something audiences hadn't quite seen before. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more musical deep dives into the gems you didn't know you missed.
I think it's so groovy now that people are finally getting together. I think it's wonderful now that people are.
Number 3. Reach Out of the Darkness, Friend and Lover. In October of 1967, Friend and Lover released Reach Out of the Darkness, a song that encapsulated the optimistic, flower power spirit of the era. Written by Jim Post and his wife Kathy, this song's lyrics were a heartfelt call for unity and love, perfectly capturing the vibe of the late 60s.
Getting together, I think it's wonderful now that people are finally getting together.
The famous opening line, "I think it's so groovy now that people are finally getting together," quickly became a rallying cry for the counterculture movement.
I knew a man that I did not care for.
The song reached number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100, marking it as the duo's only major hit. With its uplifting message and hopeful lyrics, it resonated deeply with listeners who were all about peace, love, and unity. The pair's success was brief, but Reach Out of the Darkness remains a quintessential anthem of the late 60s, reminding us of the optimism and idealism that defined the time. Number 4. Grazing in the Grass, Hugh Masekela. Now, let's shift gears to something a bit more instrumental, yet just as unforgettable. Grazing in the Grass by Hugh Masekela, released in May 1968, is a vibrant and energetic jazz piece that became an instant classic. Known for its bright trumpet melody, the song was inspired by a novelty recording called Mr. Bull No. 4 that Masekela had heard while in Zambia. The song features a catchy rhythm and a mesmerizing cowbell sound, which gave it a distinctive and playful vibe. climbed all the way to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making it one of the few instrumental tracks to top the charts. This was a monumental achievement for Masekela, whose unique fusion of jazz and South African influences made him a standout artist of the time. Number 5. Classical Gas, Mason Williams. Now, let's talk about a song that blends classical guitar with a modern pop sound, Classical Gas by Mason Williams. Written by Williams while he was a writer for the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, the song was initially titled Classical Gasoline. The title was shortened by an overzealous music copist, and the rest, as they say, is history. Released in 1968, it became one of the most unique instrumental hits of its time, standing out for its elegant yet energetic fusion of genres. Classical Gas was performed by the Wrecking Crew, a group of session musicians who brought a level of professionalism and precision that made the track unforgettable. It reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and even went to number 1 on the Easy Listening chart in 1969. Winning 3 Grammy Awards, including Best Instrumental Composition and Best Contemporary Pop Performance, Classical Gas is still widely admired today.
There'll be no strings to bind your hand, not if my love can.
Number 6. Angel of the Morning, Merrilee Rush and the Turnabouts. Now, let's take a turn into something a little more emotional with Angel of the Morning by Merrilee Rush and the Turnabouts. Written by Chip Taylor, this 1968 hit brought a deeply heartfelt, almost bittersweet narrative to the airwaves.
And there's no need to take a stand, for it was I who chose to.
The song's lyrics tell the story of a woman who embraces a fleeting romantic moment, knowing the consequences will likely follow. Yet, there's a sense of liberation and tenderness in her decision, a true reflection of the complex emotions of love and loss.
I'm old enough to face the dawn.
Merrilee Rush's powerful vocals made this track stand out, propelling it to number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. Though the song's theme of love's impermanence struck a chord with many, it became the duo's only major hit. Yet Angel of the Morning remains an iconic ballad, frequently featured in TV shows and movies, thanks to its emotional depth and memorable melody. Number 7. Nobody But Me, The Human Beings. Switching gears to something a little louder and raw, we come to Nobody But Me by The Human Beings. This track, full of energy and attitude, is a prime example of garage rock at its finest. It's fast, it's frantic, and it packs a punch. The song's frantic pace and repeated use of the word no made it one of the most memorable rock anthems of its time. Originally written and recorded by the Eley Brothers in 1963, it wasn't until 1968 that the Human Beings took it on, adding their signature garage rock flair. Their version of Nobody But Me quickly climbed the charts, peaking at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song's raw, repeated lyrics became a defining element of the genre, and its popularity grew with its appearance in films like Kill Bill Volume 1 and TV shows like The Office. Number 8. In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, Iron Butterfly. This next track was an absolute game-changer in the world of rock music. In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida by Iron Butterfly is a 17-minute behemoth that redefined what people thought about rock music in 1968.
Won't you come with me and I'll walk this line?
Written by Doug Ingle, the song's title is famously a slurred version of In the Garden of Eden. And while that may sound quirky, the song itself is anything but. It's epic, it's experimental, and it includes a legendary 2.5-minute drum solo by Ron Bushy that captivated listeners and solidified the track as one of the most influential in rock history.
And take my hand. Oh, won't you come?
Despite its length and unconventional structure, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida reached number 30 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a symbol of the emerging heavy metal genre. Number 9. The Horse, Cliff Nobles and Co. If you think the energy was high before, The Horse by Cliff Nobles and Co. takes it up a notch. Originally the B-side to the song Love Is All Right, The Horse is an instrumental track that features a horn section so catchy it would later become a defining feature of the MFSB group. It's a funky, energetic piece that embodies the raw, exciting energy of 1968. With its catchy groove and unforgettable brass lines, The Horse galloped its way to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, where it stayed for a solid 12 weeks. Despite the fact that lead singer Cliff Nobles doesn't actually perform on the track, since it's an instrumental, the song's massive success earned it a gold record, selling over 1 million copies in just a few months. It remains a timeless, upbeat anthem of the 60s, embodying the fun, danceable vibe of the era.
Spring was never waiting for us, girl. It ran one step ahead.
Number 10. MacArthur Park, Richard Harris. Let's slow things down a bit now and dive into the dramatic ballad MacArthur Park by Richard Harris. This is a song that's as mysterious as it is beautiful. Written by Jimmy Webb, the song was inspired by a breakup and the time the songwriter spent with his love at MacArthur Park in Los Angeles. But the track's unusual imagery, like a cake left out in the rain, became the focal point of many discussions. What did it all mean? Was it about love, loss, or something else entirely?
The parted pages and were pressed in love's hot, fevered eyes.
MacArthur Park reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, and its grandeur, bolstered by sweeping orchestration, made it stand out in a world dominated by shorter, pop-friendly tunes. Though it was over 7 minutes long.
MacArthur Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet green ice is flowing dark.
It captivated listeners with its dramatic flair and emotional depth. It became Richard Harris's only major hit. And though the song has had its fair share of cover versions, Donna Summer's disco version in 1978 comes to mind, Harris's original is still regarded as the definitive one.
I'm a girl watcher. I'm a girl watcher.
Number 11. Girl Watcher, The Occasions. If there's a song that's effortlessly catchy and always fun, it's Girl Watcher by The Occasions. Released in March 1968, this tune quickly gained traction after its re-release in June that year, climbing all the way to number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Girl watcher. Here comes one.
Written by Ronald B. Collette and Wayne Pittman, the song is a playful, cheeky anthem about a man who can't help but admire the girls walking by. It captures the carefree, flirtatious spirit of the late 60s, full of youthful energy and lighthearted fun.
Whenever I checked, remember how the other says.
Despite the somewhat simple premise, Girl Watcher has that infectious quality that makes it a beloved track of the time. It went gold, selling over 1 million copies, and earned the occasion's widespread recognition as they continued to ride the success of this track. Even decades later, Girl Watcher remains a feel-good tune that's frequently used in movies, TV shows, and commercials, preserving its place in pop culture.
Drop your silver in my tambourine. Help a poor man fill your ring.
Number 12. Green Tambourine, The Lemon Pipers. Next up, we dive into the bubblegum pop anthem that's a signature of 1968, Green Tambourine by the Lemon Pipers. Released in January 1968, the song tells the story of a street musician who plays his tambourine for change. Its quirky, colorful lyrics and upbeat sound helped it reach number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making it one of the first psychedelic pop songs to top the charts.
My green tambourine.
Green Tambourine sold over 1 million copies, earning a gold record and bringing the Lemon Pipers a moment of fame they never quite matched again. The track is most famous for its use of an electric sitar and the inclusion of a vibroslap, giving it a sound that stood out even among the most experimental pop music of the time. It's a fun, infectious track that still captures the psychedelic spirit of the late 60s, and one of those forgotten gems that you can't help but smile when you hear it.
Hey boy, to me you're just a play.
Number 13, Playboy, Gene and Debbie. Let's take a brief detour into the world of charming pop duets with Playboy by Gene and Debbie. Released in 1968, this song tells the story of a girl who's unsure about her boyfriend's flirtatious ways, even though he assures her he's faithful.
Say, boy, I'm so afraid you'll go away.
It's an easygoing, breezy tune with smooth harmonies and an engaging narrative about young love and uncertainty. While it only reached number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100, Playboy became a hit due to its relatable lyrics and catchy melody.
Knowing quite well that you would only hurt me.
It quickly sold over 1 million copies, earning it a gold record and solidifying its place as one of the ERA's favorite pop singles. Gene and Debbie's heartfelt delivery resonated with audiences, making Playboy a memorable tune for anyone who remembers the light-hearted days of the late 1960s.
In the fire, it was burning.
Number 14, Love Makes a Woman, Barbara Acklin. Barbara Acklin's Love Makes a Woman is a soulful pop classic that captures the power of love and its transformative nature. Written by Carl Davis, Eugene Record, and Acklin herself, this track showcased her smooth, expressive voice and deep emotional delivery.
Should've been learning, but my pockets.
The song's rich orchestration, featuring strings and brass, further enhanced the sentiment of the lyrics, turning it into one of the most memorable hits of the time. Reaching number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 3 on the R&B charts, the song's success was undeniable. With its heartfelt message and powerful vocal performance, Acklin's Love Makes a Woman continues to be a staple of soul and R&B collections to this day.
But something holds me back when I try to tell.
Number 15, I Love You, People. Lastly, let's end on a passionate rocking note with I Love You by People. This deep, emotional rock ballad was written by Chris White of the Zombies, and it brings a powerful mix of love and intensity. The song's soaring vocals and stirring instrumental arrangement made it stand out from the typical pop tracks of the time.
I love you, yes I do, but the words won't come, and I don't know.
Released in 1967, it climbed to number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100 by 1968, earning a gold record and becoming a top hit worldwide. I Love You showcases the raw power of rock music combined with a deep emotional message, making it unforgettable.
I shouldn't hide my love deep inside, the words should explain.
Despite their success, people only managed this one big hit, but the track remains a rock gem to this day. And that's a wrap. 15 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1968. Which of these songs surprised you the most, or do you remember another hidden gem from that year? Let us know in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more musical nostalgia. We'll see you next time.